All right, we're gonna go into our next one. It is actually came in with 17 points. We are now going to one of our more recent ones. This was in a finals. This was actually the largest deficit somebody's come back by. It is a team that none of us like, especially because the game before they had unfortunately retired Coach K. This was the 2022 NCAA Finals, Kansas beating UNC.
You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it.
Biggest, yeah, we said biggest blown lead in championship history. That's crazy. Like UNC was killing them first half.
I turned the volume off on the game, man. I was like, I'm done with these bums.
I turned it off, and then Agbaji was the MVP. He had a really good game. Christian Braun, who's on the Nuggets now, had also a really good game.
I always helps with one of my favorite, or sorry, least favorite teams. I have three of them that are the holy trinity of teams I hate. We got Cowboys, UNC, and Patriots. So those are the three.
That's correct. But
the point is, that really enhances it because you just love it. I mean, it just really makes you feel good inside to see them just choke with that. Could you imagine if that was your team? Can you imagine if you were UNC or the Falcons and that was your team? I'd quit being a fan of that day.
What kills me is there's a whole section of UNC fans they're okay with blowing this lead because they beat Duke. I mean, as a Duke fan, I would lose twice to Carolina every year to win a championship. Like, there's levels to this. Your rivalry is nothing compared to a championship.
That's loser mentality.
The main thing is you want titles.
It's because they close it. Because I was really upset because I was like, oh, God. They're about to retire Coach K, then win the championship. Like, oh, Lord.
That would have been a doomsday scenario.
Yeah, and I hadn't really watched most of the first half. I actually more watched the second half once it started when the comeback happened. But it was great. Oh, yeah. Shout out to you, Kansas. Bill Self. Don't work. All right, we're on to our number 4. It had 18 points. This one was one that happened in the NBA. It was NBA Finals. It was looking bad for this team. They were down 0-2 and actually down by 15 points at one point in Game 3. It is the 2006 Miami Heat coming back versus the Mavericks.
It's a good thing Hunter is here. He's going to hear him complain.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Oh, bought and paid for.
Whatever. Yeah, we know Dwayne Wade shot a lot of the free throws. Okay, yeah, whatever. I don't care. Because one, I hated Dirk at this time. Not a Dirk hater anymore.
I did not. Growing up, I didn't like Dirk.
And then you had Shaq, which is second favorite player of all time. So, and he won. Or another one finally. So, very happy about that.
And they gave a bunch of other players titles that I felt needed it. Like, we got Gary Payton, Mourning. Mm-hmm. And it was nice to see Pat Riley back.
Yeah, they were actually doing well. I can't remember if it was that year or the year before where they were winning. They had a good record. They had a good record, and Pat Riley probably saw that was a championship team. He's like, "Get the fuck out of here, dude! I'm dead. I'm winning the title."
It was that year. You're correct. It was that year they fired him.
Yeah. So again, Game 3, like you said, they came back. It was 15 at one point, but they came back from 13 down with 6 minutes left.
And this was the moment I think Dwayne Wade took over, and he started elevating himself as a top 5 NBA player.
What I also liked about Game 3 was Dirk had a chance to tie it, but missed one of the free throws. So it was Dirk cost him.
Oh yeah,
that was also nice.
Same. I mean, like, Shaq's my favorite player. Also, really did not like the Mavericks growing up.
But for the Heat, go Shaq, boo Dirk. That was pretty much it back then.
And also, Jason Williams won, Antoine Walker. It was an older team. Like you said, some older players that never had a ring. It was cool. It was a good series, good season. Hunter would say, "Oh my gosh, how many free throws did Dwayne Wade shoot?"
And Hunter liked the Mavericks growing up, though, right? He was one of the few.
Yeah, I think so. Out of all people, I'm like, Dwayne Wade's not even, like, Kyrie. I get his hate for Kyrie, but Dwayne Wade, really?
I'm past. I was upset with Kyrie, but I'm over it now.
No, I'm still not over it.
I like Kyrie.
No.
Just watching him play just makes me appreciate him.
If you tell me you do not like Kyrie, I understand why you would not like Kyrie. Dwayne Wade's the whole one where I'm like, really? Like, what did he do?
Yeah, what did he do?
Come on. All right, we're going to move into our number 3. It's probably a good thing you showed up right on time. This came in with 19 points. This was the most recent one. In fact, several people stopped watching this game because they were so over it. At one point, this game looked like it was pretty much over. And so we're talking about the 2024 ACC semifinals, NC State versus Virginia, with State coming back. I'll let some of these State fans put some context into this.
Well, look, people are going to say we're biased. You're darn right we're biased. As NC State fan, we had nothing to cheer about for my whole life.
You know what I have never seen in my life until this glorious year? I had never seen an ACC championship. I've seen people who just got into the ACC win championships before NC State.
Yeah, you saw Florida State, Miami,
Louisville, didn't
No, Louisville hasn't won.
Yeah, didn't Boston College win one?
No, Boston College lost to Duke. Virginia Tech, Notre Dame, Virginia. I know Virginia's been in ACC for a while, but you know they weren't on that level for a while.
So this was a big deal. And look, State this was an awful regular season for NC State. We were talking about firing Kevin Keatts before the season. We were hoping they would lose to Louisville, who they almost lost to in the ACC tournament first round.
They ended the season on a 4-game losing streak and were down double digits to Louisville in the second half.
Max, let's preface this. It wasn't you were talking. No, he was being fired once that ACC was done. Fired. It was done. They had the papers written. They were ready to say bye. He was ready. His walking papers was written.
Can we mention that how you two Duke fans were rooting for the devil on Easter Sunday? I can't believe it. Yep. I could not believe it.
I'll do it again too.
Back to the comeback. What makes it so amazing is they're down 6 or 50-some seconds left. All Virginia's got to do is make a simple free throw, and the game's over.
Wait. No. You forgot to add some more context to it. It was they're down 6. Virginia had free throws, and they were getting the ball back. So, it looked like it was done. The game was done. Like, State had not shown much life this whole game.
Tell them what happened, Bobby. Tell them.
Well, Max, I wish I could, because, you and I turned the game off. State fans, we are used to this type of thing happening where State doesn't win.
State fans are so battered that any sign of the game being out of hand is the defeatism takes over.
I've been disappointed so many times in my life. I couldn't be hurt anymore, so I said, I'm not even going to. It's done. I'm over it.
So he misses both. Yeah, but I will preface this to say Virginia was a poor free throw shooting team the regular season as well. I would talk to Virginia fans on Reddit. And even they would say these free throws will come up in a big game. They were right. They missed 2. State gets the ball. So they hit 2.
It was down 5.
Then State fouled again because they had to, and they miss again.
And then with time dwindling, Michael O'Connor delivers a shot that should not have gone in. It's a miracle shot. He banked in the 3 as time expired.
It did go in.
So at this point, Max had we were on Discord. Max had completely left.
He left.
The Mountain was over. It was like, I remember he was watching a game at work, and he was like, what the heck's going on? D3 had turned off his TV, but he was still on Discord listening to Vitamin J and I talk about it. And once he switches it, both Vitamin J and I both say,
I jumped out my chair, God. Dude. That was the most shot that been by a shot since probably Austin Rivers.
What happened after y'all texted? Oh my God!
I think I put in all caps. I said, "Get in the chat" or something like that.
Yeah, guess what happened? I right back in there.
Yeah.
I watched the overtime. I was in the process of texting my wife, "State lost," when y'all were yelling, "Oh my God, he made it!"
And it was one of those you're like, I mean, they could hit the 3, but were we really believing they were going to hit the 3? No, I was like, okay, it's probably over. They gave it an effort, and then once it banked in, and at that point, you just knew they're winning this game. State's has to win this game now.
When they made that 3, and we all yelled out, I knew overtime. State took the soul out of Virginia. I was like, they're going to win this overtime.
Not only that, after this, we got to win an ACC championship, and to top it off, we beat UNC and Duke to do it. And then we had a Final Four run, and I went from giving Kevin Keatts his walking papers, but now I've given him 4 lifetime contracts. 4.
He had an automatic 2-year extension.
Honestly, he got hosed. It should be 6.
You know, when State put that in the contract, they're like, yeah, he's not winning an ACC championship.
They're like, it's not happening.
Yeah, I still say the committee was ready. He went from that before that weekend to you better be looking for a new job. So, oh, buddy, I'm good. I'm good for a while. I'm here. I'm here. Yeah. I'm here. I'm here.
Like, we cannot let Keats go to another coaching job. We can't let him go.
Kevin Keats was like, say something to me. What's you gonna do? You gonna say something about me? I doubt. Yeah. Good luck.
He came big to that meeting when put that contract on the table. He was ready. You know he was ready.
Yeah, he got a 2-year extension, and I think he got like $400,000 raise. Yeah. And another thing about this is that Virginia is known for the defense. So even if they're missing the free throws, they still make life difficult to make shots.
And what they did against O'Connell, and he still hit it because he was so clutch all tournament long.
But we have to shout out the DJs. We have to DJ Burns, DJ Horn. I mean, look, put the statue out of the team.
Those two are forever in my heart, and Dar. Those 4 guys are forever in my heart.
And then DJ Burns, especially in that overtime, he was taking it to the paint and said, "Nah." He's like, let's carry it home. Let's carry it home. Where he kept having those hook shots, looked ugly as mess, and I don't know how it was going in. But hey,
that's the beauty of it.
You know what? Doesn't have to look good as long as it works. If it works for him, it works.
Look, I'm sorry to bring up Duke again, but look, DJ Burns, he made Filipowski his son. I mean, that man just flat out dominated
was charm and soft.
I know what Shaq would call him. I know exactly what Shaq would call him.
Chicken every time.
Can you tell me the last time UNC went to the Final Four or ACC championship?
It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been so long.
2022 for Duke and Carolina.
All the way back then? 2022?
That's a long time ago.
For Carolina's ACC, I think it's like 2016.
Oh
my!
That's almost 10 years ago. My son was born in 2016.
Yeah, that's ancient history.
Wow.
And when was Arkansas State won? It would be this year, right?
2024.
Sounds beautiful. So yes, highly biased. Why this is so high, but you know what? Let us enjoy it.
That moment is going to be cemented.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to them. Way to go. All right. We're going to go into honorable mentions.
All right.
We're going to talk about a game where people turned off the TV because they thought it was over. This was one of the greatest teams of college football history, facing one of the greatest players in college football history. It was the 2006 BCS championship, Texas beating USC.
I hated USC,
yeah,
man. I hated
them. And Vince Young was my favorite college player at that time.
So, yeah, I turned it off. They were down, what did we say, 10 or so with 6 minutes left?
12. 12.
And they weren't looking that good late in the game. So, yeah, I turned it off.
No, they were down 12. Said, I will put all of you on my back.
This USC team had the previous year's Heisman Trophy winner, Matt Leinart. Arguably should have been Adrian Pearson. The current year's Heisman Trophy winner, Reggie Bush, which some people would argue it should have been Vince Young. But even Matt Leinart was top 3 in Heisman voting. Lindell White, who was one of the best running backs. I believe Steve Smith and Dwayne Jarrett as receivers, a dominant defense. This USC team had won the championship the year before, smoking Oklahoma. Remember, this is before the playoffs. They shared the championship with LSU the year before, according to the college polls. So they were going for the three-peat, and this had all the drama. This also had a play where USC had a shot to end the game, 4th and 2. They went for it, but they did not have Reggie Bush on the field. She's your Heisman winner and explosive, and at least the defense would have to pay attention to. If you get the first down, it is game, set, match. You just won a championship. He doesn't. They get stopped, and then Vince Young rides it down, runs it in for the end touchdown on, I believe that was a 3rd or 4th down when he ran it.
I think it was 4th down, but
yeah.
A great game.
Yeah, it was a heck of a game. I was a little more upset in the moment, but afterwards, it's a great performance. You gotta give hats off to him, Vince Young, on that performance. Great job. Mac Brown, I believe that's his only title, and that's the most recent Texas title they have won in so long. All right, we're gonna go into another one. We're gonna go into the 2003 Eagles versus the Packers.
Yeah, I just put it in there just because the 4th and 26, one of the most ridiculous plays ever. And it went to Freddie Mitchell, of all people. He drops everything. 4th and 26, awesome play. McNabb's my favorite player, so, just clutch. But that's pretty much it. 4th and 26, one of the best plays in NFL history.
All right, heck of a play. We're going to one voted on solely by D3. This is the 2021 NBA Finals. Bucks beating the Suns.
Well, Giannis is one of my favorite players. They're down 2. Everybody's saying, "Oh, the Bucks are done. The Bucks are cooked."
Bobby, let's cut the shit. Tell us the real reason why you put this on here.
And look, Giannis is one of my favorite players, and he beat my least favorite player right now, Devin Booker.
Oh gosh!
I was
not denying Devin Booker is a very talented player. He's a very talented player, very good player, but I just can't stand him.
I just wanted Chris Paul to win one, and that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
I do love how Chris Paul said after this series ended, he said he loves the taste of being in championship games, and he's never been since.
Yeah, there was this one shot. All right, we're gonna go into one of mine because we have to bring up football. Of course, we have to talk about one.
Yeah, mine
is 2019 Manchester United beating PSG in the Champions League. So how the Champions League works is there's 2 games. So you have 1 game at home, 1 game on the road. Manchester United had actually their home game, they had actually lost 2-0 to PSG. It's not looking good. PSG is a really good team. Had an interim coach because they had just fired the coach earlier. They had several injuries to a couple of their big players. Pogba was out, Martial. Down 2-0. It's not like everybody's like, I was pretty much like, yeah, this game ain't going to be pretty. United comes back, wins that game 3-1, the aggregate. So how football works is it's based off your whole total score of who advances. But at that time, away goals counted more. It was a crazy game because you had Mbappe, who has just come off the 2018 World Cup. This team was looking really good. Most people had them winning this game. You know, United doesn't have to stand a chance. Oh, man. And it ends with a PK that seals it because Manchester United player was shooting. Handball in the box. Marcus Rashford put it away, and they were celebrating. It was a heck of a game. I know you guys are not going to get the context, but it was great.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
On the ball.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I did. I was celebrating. All right, we're going to go into our number 2. This one was the first of this type of comeback. No team has ever done it. No team has done it since then. It was, again, another cementing of the legacy. It was a cementing for this city. It was insane. It was 2016 Cleveland Cavaliers beating the Warriors, coming back from 3-1 down. Now, to give you all context, no team had ever won. At this time, Steph Curry was a 2-time MVP, the first ever unanimous MVP, and people were actually saying that he was better than LeBron, and people were questioning, could LeBron lead this team? There was a lot of questions, and Warriors had just come back from a 3-1 the round before, and had just had the 73-win season. It wasn't looking good for Cleveland. Game 4, I thought it was over but you know what? LeBron had the valuable quote when he texted his teammates. Vitamin J, do you remember what he texted his teammates?
It's just something like, if you don't think we can win this, don't get on the effing plane. Something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, Draymond did his hat in a dumb thing and got suspended for Game 5.
LeBron locked in. He knew Green was just one technical away.
Mm-hmm.
Green was just dumb enough to fall for the bait.
Which he got lucky because he should have gotten suspended the game the series before when he did it to Adams. He did it to Adams, and he got lucky he didn't get suspended that series for doing it. And then it's like, okay, you're going to do it again the next series? Like,
That's
come
why
on.
He got
the NBA is going to be like, what do you think? Cool.
This was back when I still liked Draymond. I actually liked him at this time. I can't stand him now. But I will give him credit. He was like the best Warriors player in that Game 7. But I know you're going to talk about the Kyrie shot.
MVP if they won.
The iconic block, which led to the iconic shot.
And the stop by Kevin Love.
Kevin Love played great defense on Curry.
He shut his ass down.
I think Game 6 was the first time 2 teammates scored over 40 in the finals.
It's fantastic. Yep. What a performance by LeBron.
Yeah, they were just on different levels. They knew what was on the line.
The Warriors did mental mistakes too. It's just like Curry with the behind the back pass. Like, what's going on? Like, what were you doing?
They were feeling themselves.
They were. And like, again, if you remember that series, like, most of the games were blowouts. It's till Game 7 was so high octane. It was back and forth. And then, yeah, like we said, before that shot was several minutes. It was like 3 minutes. Neither team had scored.
That gave LeBron his final moment. Like Jordan has a shot. Now LeBron has to block. So it gave him his final moment. One that he'll play throughout the years.
And Cleveland got its championship after so long. You know, even if you were a LeBron fan, it was one of those like, you know, people were just happy, like, you know what, Cleveland never wins. Good job. You won something, Cleveland. You know, I felt more people like were kind of just happy for it. It has the iconic moment of Vitamin J and I hugging once they did it. Also, shout out to Kevin Love. Do you know what this dude does? He runs to LeBron first. Smart guy, because he knows where the camera's going to be. Go hug LeBron first. Smart guy. Shout out to him. All right, we're going to go into our number one. It was voted on by everybody but me. I don't even know why we have to bring this game up, but whatever, you jerks.
You'll be okay. You'll be okay.
With 26 points, this game happened back in 2007. It involved my New England Patriots losing to some guy with a big forehead. And, you know, Rashid Caldwell could have caught the ball, would have been over, but it's the Colts being the Patriots.
And how much did they come back by?
Whatever. I won't talk about it, man. I won't talk about it.
Can you tell us how many points it was? You know, the audience needs to know.
You did. I believe it was 21-6 at half, I believe.
I don't want to talk about it, man. I don't want to talk about it.
No, he didn't win one.
I know, and it's sad. And first, and before we even get started, Peyton Manning's better than Tom Brady. I don't care how controversial that is. It's a fact.
That's not controversial. That's just, it's not controversial. It's just stupid. It's dumb, stupid, and a lie. But go on.
What's worse? People are saying Patrick Mahomes is the best of all time. So, you know.
Oh, God, yeah.
Look, is this the game that Dan Klecko got a touchdown?
Yep, sure is.
Look, Dan Klecko get a touchdown.
And it ended on the interception, which was a beautiful thing. I believe Marlon Jackson intercepted that ball.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
The week before this game, I was a nervous wreck. I was very nervous about this game. I was like, please, for the love of God, beat Tom Brady. This is like my peak Patriot hating life. So I really needed this.
The major thing was because both of us, we all knew whoever won was going to win the Super Bowl. This was the Super Bowl right here. We all knew whoever wins this game wins the Super Bowl.
Because we knew Rex Grossman was ass.
Oh, yeah. There's like no way Chicago.
You want a sexy Rexy fan?
Dude, I think I had him in fantasy that year as my backup. He was fucking terrible. But this also led to Peyton Manning's first Super Bowl. And Peyton Manning needed that Super Bowl to cement his legacy because there were a lot of questions about him in the playoffs. A lot of questions.
Yeah. Would he be Dan Marino?
We needed this real bad.
Rashid Caldwell, he had it. I don't know how he dropped it. It was first. It was at worst first down.
Guys, I think Tom Brady could have thrown a better ball.
I thought so. I thought the same, dude. I thought the same.
Do it a little high. Do it right at the eyes. You got to throw at the chest.
That spiral wasn't tight.
Well, it's the same thing with that Wes Welker throw. You know, it's like, I don't know, Jim. Give it a little better, Jim.
Okay, first of all, the Welker throw, I'll at least give you, he could have thrown that better. That Caldwell ball was on the money. I don't know how you couldn't drop that.
Patriots and dropping the ball at crucial points. I mean, Asante Samuel. I mean,
who else? Tom Brady. Tom Brady dropped it.
Yeah, Tom Brady did drop it. He did drop it.
I don't know what's up with your boy Cam not diving on the ball for when I'm just wondering.
Maybe you can leave Cam Newton the hell out of this.
I'm just curious. Whatever. Thanks to this game, I had to wait 7 more years to finally see him win a Super Bowl. It was 8 more years to see the Super Bowl.
Oh, you poor baby.
That must suck. That must suck for you.
To see my 4th. Yeah, it was rough, man. Yeah, you all have anything else to say about the game?
Tom Brady.
It's beautiful.
You know, Max, you can say that, but see, I'm just happy because I know why you hate him. Because he's so good. I know why you hate him. So I have no problem with you hating him. But there's our list for best postseason comebacks. Do you agree with our list? Is there maybe another comeback that we didn't say or we didn't talk about? Now, you might have seen ones that were before the 2000s. Remember, our age, like most of ours happened post 2000 because that's like when we really got in sports and the ones we really remember watching. So there might have been some from even further back that we didn't talk about. Please feel free to mention those. Please feel free to go comment, like, subscribe. Let us know what you want to hear. Again, my name is Legacy.
And I'm Max.
I'm Bobby.
Fatman J.
And Hunter.
Thank you, and let the discussions begin.